Hi, my name is Laura Alamillo, and I'm the Dean of the School of Education at Sonoma State University. Welcome to our annual award ceremony. Those honored today represent a group of educators and students who are making a difference for students in our communities every day. You have all risen to the top for your unique contributions and outstanding achievements. We are pleased to have you all, and we know it has been a difficult year. Despite the challenges, this award demonstrates that our local schools continue to serve children and families with innovative programs. The work continued. I also want to acknowledge that our educators and candidates were flexible and adapted to the virtual world this year. Many expressed the challenges, yet adapted and created engaging practices to keep children learning and engaged on the screen. I am so proud to be able to recognize and honor them today. The CSU system is committed to preparing quality educators. At Sonoma State, we contribute to a larger cause of preparing the most teachers in California. This is what makes our work so critical. Our role in this can only happen with your partnership. Our understanding of the local schools helps us improve and respond to your needs. It keeps us in touch with you all. This award exemplifies our strong partnerships with our regional partners. Congratulations again. I would have much rather delivered this in person and also been able to visit your schools and classrooms. I hope to do this when we are all safely back this fall. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. I am Vivian Xiang, a faculty member in the Early Childhood Studies Department and also a member of the Patricia Nourot Scholarship Committee. This year, the committee is delighted to present the Patricia Nourot Scholarship to Miss Annamarie and Anselmi. Annamarie embodies the core value of the Patricia Nourot Scholarship. And growing up, she always wanted to help others, and also she actively seek for opportunity to do that. She worked at summer camps and also worked as a preschool teacher for children with special needs. And it's because of these experience, and she was inspired to pursue a career working with the young children. And from her study here at SSU, we came to understand that she has a deep commitment to children's well-being and also a strong passion for education inclusion in the U.S. system. She has demonstrated a strong understanding on the importance of building relationships with the families and also providing resources to families of multilingual children, and also using universal design for differentiated instruction methods for young children, different learning needs. Also, Annamarie has a promising career ahead of her. She is actually the very first student being admitted to the integrated teacher education program here at SSU. And so that's the committee wants to honor Miss Annamarie's outstanding academic performance and her strong commitment to inclusion and also a strong desire to provide leadership in the field. Those would have been very important to Patricia Nourot. Congratulations, Annamarie.
Hello, School of Education and fellow students pursuing a career in education. My name is Annamarie Anselmi, and I am this year's proud recipient of the Patricia Nourot Scholarship. I just wanted to extend my gratitude to the School of Education as well as Sonoma State for such incredible opportunities and support while working towards my degree and credentials. I want to thank the Nourot family for such a generous scholarship and my friends and family who have been my biggest cheerleaders throughout this process. I take great pride in being a Seawolf and future educator, so thank you.
Hello there. My name is Dr. Paula Lane, and I'm the chair of the Department of Literacy Studies and Elementary Education. I have the pleasure right now of recording an announcement that Ms. Hannah Ingram has been selected by our department for the Donaldson Scholarship. I'll now read some comments from her supervisor, Jane Wheeler, describing some of the qualities that helped us decide on Hannah Ingram. Hannah Ingram is a creative, energetic teacher who always strives to engage students with a project-based learning approach. Hannah knows her students' strengths, interests, and needs and builds positive relationships with these students. She wants students to learn by being actively involved and responsible for their own learning. Hannah has developed a strong set of teaching practices that guide students with modeling and critical thinking, but also encourages the students to be creative and share their individuality through their products. Hannah is caring, confident, and competent in her work with students as well as colleagues, and she believes that everyone can be successful in learning. Congratulations, Hannah.
Hello, my name is Hannah Ingram, and I am so honored to be the recipient of the William Donaldson Memorial Scholarship this year. I want to start off by saying thank you to the staff and teachers at Sonoma State, as well as my mentors, for all of the guidance and knowledge that they provided me throughout this year. I also want to thank my friends and family as well. They have always encouraged me to pursue this passion of teaching that I've had since I was 6 years old. And most of all, I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. They've truly been the biggest supporters, not only during my college years, but throughout my entire life. They have modeled and shown me what it looks like to be a hardworking citizen with a great work ethic. They've taught me to be compassionate and loving towards others. They always told me that if I do something I love for the rest of my life, that I'll never work a day in my life. And that's truly what I've found in teaching. I've read so much about the morals and foundations William Donaldson taught on, and I strive to have the same passion and love for teaching as he so compassionately did. Thank you again for choosing me as the recipient for the William Donaldson Memorial Scholarship this year.
It is an honor to present Andre Beard with the F. George Elliott Exemplary Student Teaching Scholarship Award on behalf of the CSSE Department and the School of Education at Sonoma State University. As a department, we were especially impressed with Andre's commitment to educating the whole student and his engagement with the school and community. Not only has he led an after-school program with his students where he recognized early on that encouraging young people of color to become teachers could be as simple as cultivating the joy of learning and of community. In his interview with us, the scholarship committee, he said it wasn't necessarily that he explicitly addressed becoming a teacher, but created a sense of belonging for his students through things like debating popular culture. As educators, we know that building relationships is perhaps one of the most important aspects of being a teacher. We have also seen Andre active in the Sonoma State campus community, especially around issues of equity and social justice. We also want to acknowledge the work that he does for Puerta here on campus and laud his contributions to this program working to build a more diverse teacher pipeline. As Andre's supervisor, I've watched him grow over the course of a year. As his mentor teacher told me during a meeting, he is not only doing well, he is thriving. She went on to say that his students adore him, and as his supervisor, I have witnessed this firsthand. Andre is a charismatic and caring teacher, and importantly, a reflective educator. This award recognizes you, Andre Beard, as a justice-oriented teacher who is not only committed to ensuring that your students learn and acquire the academic skills they need to succeed in school, but also the confidence to actively participate in the classroom and, like you, Andre, shine.
Hi, my name is Andre Allen Beard, and I am the Sonoma State F. George Elliott Scholarship winner. First and foremost, I am pleased and honored to be selected a candidate, and thanks to all the members and faculty that voted. I would like to give a great thanks to my family, my father, of course, who was there for me and helped me guide to understand responsibility. I needed his advice to help lift me to where I am now. My mother's compassion helped me to value the relationships of all people. She's one of the main reasons I love teaching and helping to strive to help people every day. The faculty at Sonoma State was all tremendous in helping me, and without them, I'm sure I would have sank. So to Professor Mason, Dr. Stone, Michael, Kunat, Professor Fon, Susan, and the many more that were there to help me, I really do value and appreciate your efforts to guide and teach me the things that you know. I feel like you are the giver, and you're giving me the memories that I need to be a better professor and teacher. So, everyone at Sonoma State helped me to become a better educator. So once again, thank you to the members and faculty at Sonoma State for choosing me as the winner of the F. George Elliott Scholarship. I am pleased. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Brianne Brawley, and I am a science teacher at Santa Rosa High School and a recipient of the Elliott Fellowship for Professional Renewal. I want to thank Sonoma State Awards Committee for selecting me as a recipient for this award. It's going to help me immensely in continuing my own education. I also want to thank the staff and faculty at Santa Rosa High School for supporting me through my first 5 years of teaching. We have had quite a wild couple of years here in Sonoma County for education, and I know I wouldn't be able to continue on without your support. I also want to thank my friends and my family for helping me, supporting me over these last 5 years. I look forward to continuing myself, my development in the teaching profession, and creating next generation science learners. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Scott Wallach. I'm a social science teacher at Carrillo High School in Santa Rosa. I'm accepting the George Elliott Fellowship for Professional Renewal Award this year. I wanted to first thank the selection committee for choosing me for this award. It means a lot, and this recognition is incredible. I also wanted to throw out some words of appreciation for a number of people who have helped me kind of get to this point in my career, including my wife, Olivia, for always supporting me, my colleagues at Carrillo High School in the social science department and various other departments, my principal, Katie Barr, for kind of always helping me to realize kind of where I want to go with my career and always pushing me. And finally, I wanted to give some appreciation to my students, which is the whole reason why any of us get into this job in the first place, and why I want to push myself to get a master's degree in education, to be a better educator and understand kind of the field in a new light, and be able to pass that on to my students. So thank you for the honor, thank you for the recognition, and have a wonderful day.
Hi Ashley. Hi everyone. My name is Kathy Kelly. I am a Sonoma State graduate. I am a lecturer in the Early Childhood Studies Department, and I also work out in the community for Early Learning Institute as the program manager of the Consultation Project. I've had the pleasure of knowing Ashley for about 10 years. We first met when she was a teacher in the Rosebud classroom at Sonoma State, and I was a consultant coming into the program. She's a very talented teacher and very committed to inclusive practice and supporting all the children and families in her program. She has a deep connection to Sonoma State. She has her bachelor's from Sonoma State, her master's from Sonoma State. She's been a lecturer in the Early Childhood Studies Department, and as mentioned, she taught at the Children's School. Ashley is a smart, hardworking, collaborative professional. In her current role as Quality Counts Program Director at 4Cs, Community Child Care Council of Sonoma County, she is a community leader. Some of her accomplishments at 4Cs in her professional career is that she has really built, grown, and adapted the Quality Counts program. Quality Count serves early care and learning programs throughout the county, preschools, child care centers, family child care providers, family friend and neighbor providers. She and her team help them with assessment practices to continue to grow the quality in their program. They provide coaching, they provide materials, they provide training and support, whatever they need to do the work that they want to do. Ashley and I created the Coaching Collaborative together, so that is an opportunity for lots of different professionals working with early care and learning providers to get together, share practices, continue to develop our skills. And she also really kept her program going during COVID. She changed, adapted, shifted, and provided all kinds of resources to providers during a very, very stressful time when many of them kept going and kept providing care that was needed in our community. Ashley is well respected, valued, and genuinely loved by everyone who works with her. She's a wonderful leader, a wonderful program manager, and community partner. She does a lot for the children and families and educators in our community, and I'm so glad Sonoma State is valuing her with this award. Congratulations, Ashley.
I'm so honored to be receiving the Circle of Excellence Award. Thank you so much to the School of Education for this recognition. I wouldn't be where I am today without the love, support, guidance, and inspiration of so many incredible people. I spent 8 years at the Children's School learning from Leah Thompson Clark, Kate McAllister, and Lynn Lyle. They were the women who inspired me to pursue ECE as a career and gave me that irreplaceable field experience that still influences my work on a daily basis. In the last 7 years at 4Cs, I've been provided unmatched inspiration, support, and growth opportunities by Melanie Dodson, Allison Goodwin, and Lori Siebler. I want to thank Kiara Bachagalupa for your constant guidance, support, and knowledge building from when I was an SSU student to an adjunct faculty and now as a community partner with 4Cs. I'm convinced I would have never made it to SSU in the first place if it wasn't for my parents, who raised me knowing that I had their unconditional love and support and believing that I could accomplish anything I put my mind to. And thank you to my husband for being my safe haven and my rock during all of these wonderful, exhausting, messy, and emotional years while I poured my heart and soul into ECE.
Hello, my name is Rajiv Ramani, and I'm here with my colleague Damien Mason. We are faculty members in the Curriculum Studies and Secondary Education Department and here to present the winner of the Circle of Excellence. Since 1999, the School of Education and the Alumni Association have recognized the achievements of local educators with the Circle of Excellence Awards. The honor recognizes graduates of School of Education programs and others based on their success as a teacher or administrator and the many contributions they have made to students, schools, and the community. On behalf of Sonoma State University and the School of Education, we are pleased to announce that Principal Alba Vera is the recipient of the Circle of Excellence Award for 2021. Although others deserve recognition for their accomplishments and contributions to education, this moment is about you. As a principal of Elsie Allen High School, we know you have taken on the responsibilities of guiding a school that houses numerous migrant students and provides support and services to their families. Your thoughtful consideration of their needs during the COVID pandemic is invaluable to their futures. Your work with other school leaders in the region to address academic disparities and disciplinary gaps is immeasurable. A colleague had this to say about Principal Alba Vera. I have known Mr. Alba Vera for the past 20 years and have admired his leadership, his communication skills, and his unwavering dedication to all students. Mr. Alba Vera is what I consider a school community principal. Mr. Alba Vera recognizes that his role as a school leader does not end with the school day or stop at the edge of the school campus. His involvement with students' lives extends well beyond the school walls, as he takes an active and genuine interest in each of his students. Mr. Alba Vera also serves as an excellent role model to many of our students, giving them a vivid example that if he was able to make it, so can they. I believe that Mr. Alba Vera embodies everything it means to be a recipient of this Circle of Excellence recognition: passion and belief that change is possible, demonstrated leadership, and a wholehearted commitment to action. I consider myself fortunate to know Mr. Alba Vera as my friend, colleague, and a valued member of our community of educators.
As a Sonoma State University and the School of Education friend and colleague, your efforts to build pathways within the local community for students to access higher education is vital. You are leading the way to build transformative educational spaces for your community while developing partnerships at all levels of education in Sonoma County. Your efforts are making change and are commendable. As an original participant in the Male Educators of Color group on the campus of Sonoma State University, your mentorship of future educators and administrators is notable. In the words of one person touched by your presence, Mr. Albavera is the embodiment of a culturally responsive leader, and his support of me has been transformational. He has provided me with necessary coaching since being named the principal of Elsie Allen High School, and he has helped me to see things differently. He cares so much for his students, parents, and teachers, and I cannot think of anyone else that is more deserving. His dedication and passion are so contagious that I have decided to pursue a career in administration. Mr. Albavera has been a great role model, an example of the leader that I wish to become. Seeing what he does every single day is inspiring, and I'm honored to recognize him as my boss and friend. Thank you for setting high expectations for me and always challenging me to do more. We want to take a moment to pause, Principal Albavera, and recognize you as a recipient of the Circle of Excellence for the work you have done in creating a vibrant community, curriculum, and physical space where students and families can thrive. We wish you continued success working with our most underserved and vulnerable populations and challenge you to continue manifesting change for those otherwise disenfranchised by the status quo. Again, congratulations, Principal Albavera.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Gabriel Albavera, and I am the proud principal of Elsie Allen High School in Santa Rosa, California. I am humbled and honored to be recognized by Sonoma State for the Circle of Excellence Award. I would like to thank Sonoma State School of Education and the Alumni Association for the recognition and support of excellence in education in the North Bay. I also would like to thank Dr. Laura Alamillo and Dr. Kelly Estrada. I would not be in front of you on this video if it wasn't for some very important and inspiring people that have been part of my life. Huge thank yous goes out to the Elsie Allen High School community that includes our parents, our students, and our staff. My parents, Adolfina Soto and Gabriela Albavera Sr., who came into the United States as undocumented immigrants and worked hard to provide me with the opportunities to be who I am today. Their dangerous journey to the United States not only showed resilience, but commitment to give their children the educational and economical opportunities that they didn't have in Mexico. I also would like to thank all of my K through 12 teachers, some who happen to be Sonoma State alumni. Mr. Tomas Acuña, my third grade teacher, Mr. Roberto Ramirez, my high school geometry teacher, Mr. Carl Dura, my sixth grade teacher, and Miss Melinda and Mrs. Melinda Melendez, my first grade teacher. All four of them were not only my teachers, but also role models. They saw in me what I did not see in myself at the time. Teachers that I could look up to and inspired to be. I am extremely grateful to have them as part of my educational journey. I also would like to thank some professional mentors and colleagues, starting with Mr. Fernando Nuge, Ms. Reina Salgado, colleagues of mine at Gazabel High School. Sandra Zimmerman, who was my advisor when I was getting my master's degree in counseling at Sonoma State, Mary Gail Stabline, Socorro Shields, Dr. Ana Guzman, Dr. Diane Kitamura. All four of them were not only my bosses, but also my mentors who taught me so much about being a professional educator and making sure that I kept in mind that our students are the reasons why we are here today. I also would like to thank my family, specifically my 5 daughters, Jessica, Yvette, Angelina, Gabriela, and Aaliyah, who inspire me and motivate me, and they're the reason I am who I am today. Also would like to thank my grandchildren, Luca and Enzo, who every day teach me something new. Finally, I would not be where I am today without the love and support of my beloved wife, Isabel Albavera. I am so grateful to have such a wonderful, loving, caring, thoughtful, and kind and understanding wife, who without her, none of this would be possible. Thank you.
Hello, it is my pleasure this year to award the Circle of Excellence Award for 2021 from the ELS Department at Sonoma State to Chris Koska of the Nevada Unified School District. Chris, we want to thank you for your support in serving on our Community Advisory Committee through our redesign. And as you know, as you attended many of our meetings, they were long, We provided food to try to help with that, but you were there for so many of these meetings and giving such important feedback and being such a critical friend to our program and really helping us rethink what we need to do to continue to provide an excellent administrative services credential program for our service area. And for that, we want to thank you. We want to thank you as an alum for always being an ardent supporter of our program and for helping us to recruit the best candidates that we can. So thank you very much. We appreciate all the hard work that you are doing, and congratulations.
Hi, I want to thank Sonoma State University and the Educational Leadership and Special Ed departments for honoring me with the Circle of Excellence Award for 2021. Wouldn't be here without the ongoing support of Sonoma State University, particularly past Dean Dr. Ayala and current Dean Dr. Alamillo, for giving me many opportunities to give back to a university that's done so much for me through my career, through my master's degree program and my administrative credential. Also want to thank a few people, particularly my parents. I want to thank my mom, who was an occupational therapist at a state hospital throughout her whole career. She taught me to see diversity as an asset, regardless of what that looks like. Also want to thank my dad, who was a teacher, assistant principal, principal, and superintendent. He taught me that public schools are the cornerstone of our democracy, and they are the pathway for all of our society to find success and have the opportunity to live their best lives, and also taught me that leadership matters and the way that we lead in our public schools matters. Additionally, I want to thank my wife and my two kids. It's been so many times where they've been understanding when I couldn't make it to an event or when I had to go for a run before I got home because I wasn't quite in the right place to be home. So again, I want to thank you very much for this honor. It's been my great privilege to serve Sonoma State that has served me so well. Thank you.
Congratulations, Cesar Chavez Language Academy, on your award, Circle of Excellence 2021. It has been my great pleasure to work alongside of you in support of our student teachers. Felicidades.
So we're so excited to be receiving this award from Sonoma State University. First of all, we are so grateful that we were chosen as a school site, as a bilingual dual immersion school, to have student teachers. We're so grateful that Sonoma State University has a bilingual authorization program after so many years of not having one. There's such a need in our county with the different immersion schools to have a pipeline for teachers, and we are grateful to have been chosen as a school to receive those student teachers. Our mentor teachers are amazing. I cannot take the credit for this award, not a reward. I cannot take the credit for this award and recognition. It's our mentor teachers, the teachers that we chose to mentor. The Sonoma State teachers are amazing. They're great coaches. They're great role models. They are great teachers, and we are confident that having the student teachers in classrooms with them for a year is going to give them the tools that they need to be successful when they get their first teaching job. And the other teachers at our site all collaborate as grade level teams. So our student teachers have not only had access to their mentor teacher, but they've also had the benefit of being able to work with the other teachers at their grade level. So again, we are thankful for this honor, and really want to make sure that we thank our mentor teachers and the student teachers that you have sent us are so positive, hardworking, dedicated. I would hire any one of them in a heartbeat to work here. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Chloe Brewer. I'm a teacher at Reebly Elementary, and I'm the committee leader for One School, One Book. In the past years, we've worked with an organization called Read to Them that supports a culture of literacy at home. PTA has funded purchasing of books to bring the same book, to every single family so that we can read together. In 2019, we read The Lemonade Wars and ended with a fun lemonade competition. In 2020, we read The Wild Robot and brought science and engineering standards into our reading program. This year, we needed more. In the last 3 years, our community has faced home, work, and school insecurity and loss through the Tubbs fire and the pandemic. This year, we needed a way to bring together our community through a positive experience where we could demonstrate perseverance, teamwork, and empathy. We chose Crenshaw, a book by Catherine Applegate about a boy and his family and their never-ending resilience. But we didn't just read at home. Kindergarten through 6th grade participated in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math activities over the course of 2 months on online platforms while in distance learning through Seesaw and Google Classroom. And our end culminating event, we partnered with the Redwood Food Bank and Social Advocates for Youth to donate food and supplies to families and youth in need. Let's take a look at our program.
I'm Louis Gansler, principal of Rancho Cotati High School. As a recipient of the 2021 Jack London Award for Educational Innovation, I'm here to talk about our 3x3 schedule. When the pandemic unfolded in the spring of 2020, and we were all forced to become online educators, we began gathering information from parents, teachers, and especially students. We quickly concluded something was wrong, and that unless we created something very different, we would head into the 2021 school year with an antiquated system which would fail to meet the challenges posed by distance learning. To that end, we designed an educational model allowing students to have fewer classes at a time, spend less time staring at the screen, have opportunities to receive direct help from their teachers, and concentrate attendance into a 2-hour block. For teachers, the model allowed them to teach fewer classes, have a significantly reduced student load, and have enough time during the day to prepare for their lessons. But best of all, the model did not sacrifice either the depth or breadth of the curriculum, nor did it alter graduation requirements or force students to forego any of their classes. We worked with 85 certificated teachers and counselors at the high school, presenting the plan directly to them, explaining what problems we needed to address, and why this was the best solution. We made sure to give the faculty ample time to discuss the plan with their colleagues, responded to their questions, and held open forums to receive feedback. Then we revised the plan, making sure to address their concerns. The results were dramatic. Despite concerns over jumping into a schedule that was a radical departure from any they were used to, the teachers at Rancho Cotati voted unanimously to adopt the new schedule. There was not a single dissenting vote.
For me, the 3x3 schedule is great for a lot of reasons. It helps with my teaching continuity, and it also helps with my flexibility and the students' flexibility. So because I see my students every single day, they are able to make connections between the material that previously I had to make for them. Now, units 2 and 5 happen close enough to each other that the students are able to remember and recall that information from unit 2 and apply it to what we're doing in unit 5. Before, I had to do that for them and really highlight those connections. Also, because of the limited screen time, I get to plan my day how I need to plan or meet with teachers or meet with students. And the students get to do that as well. They get to balance their schoolwork, their homework, their family obligations, their jobs, all of those things all at the same time.
As the year progressed, we worked to develop a monitoring system so that students were supported. Classified staff called every single adult in our information system to ensure our contact information was up to date. We worked to ensure gradebooks were formative and updated frequently. The admin team runs weekly grade and attendance reports to ensure students are making progress. When they aren't, we're calling home to help them get back on track. We've adjusted attendance and camera policies to ensure students are coming to class and participating. The constant monitoring and adjustments have contributed to successful student outcomes. The result is that Rancho Cotati's student failure rate, when compared to fall semester 2019, declined during distance learning, an outcome no other large public comprehensive high school in Sonoma County has been able to attain. Additionally, our attendance rate is 95%, and our graduation rate will remain well above 90% without altering our graduation requirements. Ultimately, this is a total system change that involved collaboration with the staff, students, and the community. Working together, we avoided disaster and created a system that allowed our students to succeed.